All right, so I'm here with Adam Keits. Adam, how are you?
I'm wonderful. Thank you for asking.
In the secret back booth, checking out Johnny Gat, the new character from Saints Row.
Yes.
He's been in Saints Row, I think, from the start.
Yes, but he was barely in Saints Row 3.
Right.
Spoilers, sorry.
So I'm going to be playing him while talking to you, I think.
Sure. If that's what you want to do, then that's
who are
what
you
you'll
picking?
do.
Oh,
I will also be Johnny Gat.
He's armed with black knives.
Which he does not use, because this is Divekick.
I'm going to go for the 10% meter.
I will too.
And how did this happen? How did you end up with Johnny Gat in your video game?
This is actually a really cool story, and I'm not even just saying that because I'm part of it.
Sure.
I have a friend who works at Volition doing QA, and I was just being a dick, and I was like, hey, bro, give me a code. Give me a code for Saints Row 4. I really want to play it. And he gave me a code, which is awesome because I probably wasn't going to find time to play the game for like 6 months. He gave me the code, I put it in. I got so addicted to Saints Row 4 because I love like the Hulk and the Spider-Man games and all the superhero games, the Infamous games. I love that stuff. So I played the game, and spoilers, sorry. If you get halfway through Saints Row 4, you have to save Johnny Gat by entering his mind.
That's right.
Do that by playing Saints of Rage, a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up starring you and Johnny Gat, in which you can both Divekick. And when you beat that mode, which is incredible.
I love how your life revolves around like, can you Divekick in this movie, in this game? Because if so, maybe I can get this in my game.
So you beat that mode, and you get a new move for the main game called Death from Above. And I was just like, are they nodding to me right now? And I felt really good. So I tweeted about it, and the Saints Row Twitter said, maybe we're nodding to you. And we're both in Illinois, so I thought, there's a good chance. Then some fan tweeted that he thought the Saints Row 4 intro was the best thing he had seen that year outside of Divekick, to which I replied on the Divekick Twitter, both have Divekicks in them, so yeah. Yeah, obviously.
They share the same genetic code. Whoa, what's happening?
Oh, we'll get to this in a minute. Just ignore this. This is crazy. So then the Saints Row Twitter replied to that, the official Saints Row Twitter, let's put Johnny Gat in Divekick.
Whoa.
And I showed Dave Lang, the guy who pays for all this, and it's like, they cannot be serious. I don't know, let's call them. So we call them. They were totally serious. They just wanted to do it. They thought it was an awesome idea, so we did it.
And that's that.
That's that.
Video games.
It's
amazing.
It just happened.
So how does he play? What makes him different from the other characters?
So I'm going to start with what makes him the same.
Okay.
There are a lot of characters in this game now. He's the 14th character. And we started with really basic stuff. The original 5 characters had really basic movement. And then we started making more complex and interesting and diverse choices with the characters. But at some point I started looking at the cast, and they fit generally one of 3 archetypes if they're not an oddball. You either jump a medium height and kick at 45 degrees, you jump super high and kick steeper than that, or you jump low and you kick more horizontal than that. Right. There weren't that many characters that jumped a medium height and kicked 45 degrees. Pretty much just dive and kick. So I decided to start there with him. Okay. He's a recognizable character. People are going to want to play as him. I didn't want him to be complicated. So I started there. He's a very basic guy. Unlike dive and kick, he doesn't move backwards as easily as them. So it's really hard to not be aggressive with Johnny Gat, which fits his personality as a character. The special moves are where things get crazy. This character is definitely a gambler archetype. All of his special moves can definitely turn against him if used incorrectly. So you can see his kick angle is really, really basic. It's really easy to use. He actually probably has the best kick in the game. His foot's really outstretched. He lands really early. It's really easy just to tag people in the feet and keep yourself safe. It's just hard to retreat. So let me build a little meter here and get my air special move. Now you notice how these kicks, they travel in a straight line, right? Obviously it's a dive kick. The game calculates gravity when you jump and when you jump back, but it does not calculate any type of physics simulation or gravity when you attack. You just move in a straight line, a determinate amount of pixels per second, per frame. So we put in, I told the engineers, I want a black hole that manipulates your gravity no matter what you're doing, including your kick. I want you to be able to orbit that thing. And they pretty much were like, you're an asshole, but they did it.
Wow.
They did it, and it's awesome.
So his special, is that like his...
That's his air special. It's the black hole launcher from Saints Row.
Let's see it. Can we do it next?
Do it, yeah. Put out the black hole, and now we're both being sucked in, and it's curving our dive kicks.
Oh, yeah.
It pulled me down. If Kung Pao kicks under it, she'll swerve up.
It like sucked me into your face.
Yep, if Shoals kicks over it, she'll get pulled down. There are really creative ways to use it, but it can definitely turn against you if you are not careful. It's really cool. I'll show you on a different character as well to show you how dramatic it can get. And occasionally you do get locked into its pull and you start orbiting it with your foot out, which is hilarious. It's the best. And you probably saw it in the trailer when Markman starts orbiting it and kicks Johnny Gat in the face. It's so good. So ground special move is valet service. He looks behind him, a car comes and he dodges it. That's one sequence. So he's locked to looking behind and dodging the car.
So I could technically try to get in on...
Go ahead and do ground special. Now I can jump off the top of the car if I want. Only the hood and the windshield can kill you. The roof of the car is fully bounceable.
Just like real life.
Just like real life, yeah. If you dive kick the top of a car in real life, try this at home. You will be fine. You will just bounce off the top harmlessly and you will be fine. That's the Iron Galaxy promise.
And what were those purple lasers from before?
Are you aware of the dubstep gun?
Oh yeah, from Saints Row.
Right. So, kick factor normally will zoom in on your character, and your character will say something awesome like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you," and then it'll zoom back out. That's pretty awesome. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, but with Gat, it's a little different. He doesn't get a speed up or anything like that. Instead, it zooms off screen where you see Shaundi from Saints Row. She pulls out the dubstep gun, and the music changes to whoop, 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 and the lasers start coming out at the side of the screen. If one of those hits you, your controls switch, dive and kick switch. And if another one hits you, they switch back. And then again and again and again.
For both players?
So confusing.
For just the guy you're fighting or both of you?
Just for the guy you're fighting. We're making you dance. Because you're so confused and you're just like, ah! So you ready? I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, here comes some dubstep. I wish you could hear it. So here comes the raise. Now, when one hits you, you see the thing above your head. It shows your buttons switching.
Oh, wow.
It's very confusing. And if I just play it safe, you'll eventually screw up and I'll kill you.
Yeah.
It's great.
Awesome. So there's a lot to him. Sounds like people are going to be able to experiment with how the black hole works.
Oh, yeah.
Best way to use it. It can be both a blessing and a curse,
Oh, yeah.
which makes him a total variable-filled oddball while having the basics be very straightforward, easy to learn. So you can pick him up and play, but to master him is going to take a while.
Even the kick factor is really gambly because your opponent will freak out and that makes them unpredictable. Right. And that can easily backfire. I get killed all the time. But against certain characters, like Jafali has to hold kick to charge up his kick. But if the dubstep ray hits him, kick changes to dive, he loses his charge and he jumps up and kicks immediately. Wow. It's really good. It's really good. He's got some cool combos too. I know combos are weird in dive kick. Like the only one is probably kick stomps and then kills you. There's a different height requirement on the way up and on the way down for special moves because we don't want you to be able to do it too close to the ground on the way up. It just makes the inputs weird. Yeah. On the way down, do a black hole launcher. You can get it real close to the ground. The black hole's like really close to the floor. Some of the low jump characters like Kung Pao and Markman, they can't get out. They're really stuck to the floor.
Oh, wow.
And then you call the car. It costs almost your entire meter, but they're just bouncing around scared and the car goes by and nails them. It's so good.
So anyone who thinks there's nothing to this game because it's just two buttons, totally wrong.
Totally
100% sorry, you're wrong. When's this character coming out?
So we already released Edition, which was a full rebalance of the game, which is awesome. If you guys quit because you hated the Baz or S-Kill, we've changed them so they're much more easy to understand and easy to fight. That's already out now. This is Edition Plus. This is coming out on Xbox One and PS4 soon. And when it does, we're going to roll out all of those changes and additions, including Johnny Gat, the new beach stage, all for free to the existing versions. For free. Ting! And on top of that, we want you guys to play online. If you keep playing online, 50,000 matches, not per person, as a community, over all consoles, within the next couple months, we'll release another character. We're already working on them. And if you keep playing, we'll keep releasing characters.
What?
So community, keep playing online.
For free.
Yep.
If you play a game, you will get more of that game. Sounds like a pretty tough bargain you're putting out there.
I don't want you to feel like you have to give us money for content. I want you to want to give us money because we're supporting you. If that makes sense. Sure. So we'll just keep supporting the community. All we ask you to do is tell your friends the game's awesome and to buy it. I think that's fair.
I think you're fair.
Thank you. I've been working out.
Yeah, you're...
How fair this is.
Woo! Woo! Veiny!
So fair.